Hi everyone. Today we are doing a very quick warm up your spine class. And we're going to start with our feet in parallel and just taking a nice breath in, growing taller through the front of our spine or the back. You can think of the back too. It's just nice to think of the front of the spine. And I want you to raise up onto the balls of the feet. And then I want you to ground the heels and feel that presence into the earth, into your mat. And then take a nice breath in. Arms are going to float up overhead. And we're going to reach the right hand higher, longer through that right side, and we're going to bend the right. And then we're going to switch and do the left. And I always think of a cat stretching. I don't know why. Try to feel very graceful and feline-esque as you do this. And you can just be free with this today. I'm letting the hips sway out to the side because I'm feeling that a little more in my spine and side body. You can do as you feel good. Just keep the shoulders down away from the ears, the throat, the jaw relaxed. Beautiful. And then pause with both arms extended straight up towards the sky. And I just want you to lean backwards, right? Almost as if, your heels, your balls of the feet are really grounded. The hips are going to sway forward a little bit. The rib cage is going to sway forward a little bit. You're going to lift long out of the top of the head and just reach back a little bit with the arms. And then come back to your nice, beautiful straight spine. Float the arms down by your side and go right into a nice roll down. So a nod of the chin. Rolling down one bone of the back at a time. And just remembering, if this is the first time you've done this today, you always have the option. Soften the knees, put the hands on the thighs, do what feels good in your body so that it can enjoy this movement. At the bottom, take a nice breath in, just shake the head no, let go of tension in the neck. Big, beautiful breath into the sides of the rib cage and the low back, and then start that peel back up. Of course, with smoothness, that feline grace again. Come on up and float the arms overhead. This time go into your nice cactus position. So the elbows are right out from the shoulders, and you're just going to gently press the elbows back while you lift the breastbone. You draw in with the low belly. And this is an upper back, mid back, nice extension. Come back up into neutral, release the arms at your sides, nod the chin, roll it down. One bone at the back at a time, hopefully feeling a little smoother on the second time. Once again, shaking the head now. Breath in, restack. Open across the chest as you come up, arms float overhead. Out to the side in your cactus position. Press the elbows back, lift the breastbone. Draw in with the low belly, keep the low back nice and still. And then come back up through neutral. One more nice roll down. Nod the chin. Roll it down. Beautiful. On this one, just hang heavy in the upper body, but feel that length, that sense of extension in the whole spine. And then just soften the right knee. Come back up so you're even weight on each foot, and then soften the left. And this is just a little bit of a rotation and side bend through the low back. You'll feel it in the pelvis and the hips, but it's quite nice. And then last one here. Beautiful. And then I just want you to bend the knees so that you can bring the hands onto the mat and step back with the feet and come to hands and knees. Good. We're just doing one regular cat stretch today, then we're going to do a modification. So nice breath in, and on your out breath, start with that low spine. Draw the low belly back towards the spine, the tummy button back towards the spine. Lift the ribs back. And feel that as a wave as it goes up through your upper back to the head and neck. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Breathe in. Try to heighten that arch a little bit more, and then release the head and neck back to nice and long. Feel that length right out of the top of the head. Upper back, mid back, low back, back to nice and flat. Beautiful. And then we're going to take the left hand. We're going to put it in front of the right, keeping the pelvis level nice and square. Nice breath in here, and on your out breath. Not so much segment by segment, but just this nice general movement of the spine into that cat stretch position, with hopefully feeling a little emphasis in the left side of the body here, with the left hand in front of the right. Release back to nice and flat. And we'll go into that again. Reach, 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 reach. And back to nice neutral. Release that arm. Take a nice breath in here. Curl the toes underneath. And do one hover. Hover those knees. Be strong through the shoulders. Feel that activity in the core. Release the knees. Uncurl the toes. Bring the right hand in front of the left. Nice breath in. Out breath to draw in with the belly. Tuck the chin gently. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Enjoy that variation of the cat stretch and maybe a little more sensation in the right side of the body this time. Release back to nice and neutral. And we'll do the right side again. Really feeling that tailbone tuck under at the peak and then release back to nice neutral. Perfect. Bring the hands to under the shoulders again. Curl the toes. Nice breath in and hover. Take a breath when you're there. Release the knees. And let's do one more. On your exhale, you're drawing in with the belly. You're lifting the pelvic floor. You're trying to feel this length between your tailbone and the top of your head and the strength across the chest. Release the knees. Uncurl the toes. Come down onto your belly. We're just going to do some gentle upper back extension. And if you're at all tight in the low back, if it's first thing in the morning, you can always put the legs a little bit wider, more up towards the edge of your mat. Turn the toes out, and sometimes that just relaxes the hips and the low back a little more. Hands are just going to be on the mat next to you with the elbows bent, forehead on the mat. Breathe in to prepare. Out breath to draw in with the belly, to feel that pelvis stay nice and still. And then lift away with the face, the throat, and just try to imagine one bone of your back at a time lifting and also separating so that you're lengthening under the top of your head. At your peak, take a breath in and feel the heart pull forward a little bit. The breastbone pull forward, the shoulders are down away from the ears, and then peel it back down. And exhale to do it again. Draw in with the belly, make sure that low back is nice and supported by the strength in the abdominals. Peel it up and reach long out of the top of the head. Beautiful. Release it down. And last one. Lift, 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 lift. And exhale to peel it down. Beautiful. Coming onto your sides. Your side, not your sides. That'll be hard. For some nice spinal rotation. So the knees are together. And you start, if you're comfortable, to start with both hands on the floor in front of you. If not, you can cradle the head with that back arm or that bottom arm. Maybe I'll do that version today. So nice breath in. That top arm is going to float up. And you're going to turn to look at the thumb with your head right now. Right? Really line the chin, the nose up at that thumb. Keep the knees pressed together. And then feel like you draw the shoulder blade. Lead with the shoulder, not with the arm going behind, but with the shoulder dropping back to get that rotation through your rib cage, that rotation through the spine. Then you can let the arm follow and open up too, keeping the nose lined up with that thumb. Breathe in there. And then release, unwind, staying wide across the chest and reaching those fingertips towards the ceiling and coming back to where you started. And then we'll do that again. Breath in to reach towards the sky. Line the nose up with the thumb. Try to feel long out of the top of the head. Even here, the knees are pressed together. Roll it back. Take a breath into wherever you feel it's tight. And here I just want you to back off. I want you to come out of it just a tiny bit. and then roll back into it. Come back out of it a bit, roll back into it once more. Enjoy that beautiful rotation. And then release, unwind, and come back to the front. Beautiful. From there, we're going to press up to kneeling, and we're doing a modified side bend, which I really love. So the knee, the bottom knee is where it is. That hand goes directly out or lengthwise from the knee, and the top foot stretches out. So you feel like the foot and the arm are a little bit in front, but they line up with the knee, and that way when you come up, everything is in a nice solid line to support you underneath. Take a breath in to prepare and be strong in that shoulder. Open across the collarbone, the shoulder's already down away from the ear, and you have a nice presence in that hand. To come up, the pelvis stays facing forward, and you reach that top arm towards the ceiling. I hope that hip pop got into the audio. And then reach the top arm overhead. Let the head just gently drop, right? Not over bending at the head. And then really try to feel. Someone's got a belt wrapped around your waist, and they're hauling it up towards the ceiling. There's this real lift, 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 lift through there. Doesn't that feel awesome? Back to sort of a side neutral position, and then release it down. And we'll do it again. Nice breath in to come up. Exhale to reach over top and to stay there as you breathe in, and try to lift the waist and the rib cage a little more towards the sky. And neutral and release. And we're going to do one more. So coming up, trying to feel long from that foot right out of the top of your head. You're wide across the chest. Then let that arm reach overhead. The head slightly tips, and then it's really that waist and low ribs that reach for the ceiling. Back to your neutral. Bring it down and switch to the other side. Stay kneeling. We'll do the side bend first before the rotation on this side. So you've got the bent knee, you've got the straight leg with the foot in line with the knee, and then in line with that hand. Strong in your shoulder before you start, long and tall in your spine. Coming up to be on that bottom knee, pelvis facing forward, so you're not rotated down, and top arm reaching towards the sky. Let that arm reach overhead, the head dipping slightly, and reach, 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 reach. Come out of it and down. Nice breath in to do it again. Coming up to your side, neutral plank, modified plank, and then into your beautiful side bend. The shoulders away from the ear, the bottom shoulder strong. Breathe in. Hopefully that feels great today for you. It feels good for me. And this is our last one. Good. Wide across the chest. Head tips slightly. Arm really reaches, but shoulder doesn't touch the ear. And then feel that waist, hip, rib cage lift for the ceiling or the sky. Maybe you're doing outdoor Pilates today. That would be a nice thought. And lower it down. Coming down onto our side for the rotation on this side. Once again, you can have both arms out here, or you can bend the bottom elbow. And that top arm stays where it is at first. You prepare, you have a little space between waist and mat, the knees are pressed together. Breath in to reach towards the sky. Turn the head, look at the nose, and then roll it back. Keep the knees pressed together. Breathe into wherever you feel it's a little bit tight. And then release, unwind, come back to neutral. And breath in. Good. Exhale. Beautiful. And back to your lovely neutral. We'll do one more time where we sort of back out of it and into it again. So line your nose up with the thumb. Feel like you drop the shoulder blade back first. Then the arm just follows along. At the end, the nose, the chin, they're all lining up with your thumb. Breathe in. And ease out of it a little bit. And go back into it a little bit. Feel those knees stay pressed together. And just enjoy that lovely rotation through the spine and the head and neck. Right? Try to be relaxed and in a good, like a nice elegant position with the neck here as well, which is sometimes a challenge in this exercise. Good. And release, unwind, come back to the front, and come onto your back. If you don't mind listening to the timer, we're going to do our last exercise while we listen to a little beeping in the background. Shoulder blades are grounded to the mat. The hands are at your sides. The feet being no more than hip width apart. And we're just going to do that lovely bridge up and bridge down. Nice breath in, neutral spine. On your out breath, low belly drawing back towards the spine. Spine gently going into that imprint, but then carrying through that to lift the tailbone, the back of the pelvis. And as you're peeling up, you're also imagining the length happening in that spine. The tailbone reaching towards the knees reaching past the toes. Of course, they're not really, but that's your visualization. At the top, just a pause for that nice breath in, and then peel it down, one bone to the back at a time. Good, breath in. Exhale to peel up. Pausing at the top, lifting the hips a bit higher if you can, and then peeling it down. Beautiful. Breath in. And last time to climb up. Be level in your hips here, and just for 2 to each side, we're going to do our little tip of the pelvis where we drop the right hip and we pick it back up. And we drop the left hip, pick it back up. Drop the right, pick it back up. And the left. Pelvis nice and level here. Nice breath in, raise those arms overhead. Put them on the mat behind you if it feels comfortable. Keep the shoulders away from the ears and the neck relax as you peel it down, one bone at the back at a time. And then just bring the knees into the chest. And this is where we end. Hopefully your spine is feeling lovely and released and mobile and ready for the day. This is just a nice class. It takes you through all the movements of the spine, really more focused on mobility than, strength, but also requiring that control. So you can sit here just hugging the knees in towards the chest. Or if you're already feeling energetic, you can try to get up without using your hands. This is more for the higher levels. But you can start to rock. And coming up to stand. There you go. I will go turn my timer off, but thank you for joining me, and hope that felt good. And I'll see you for another one soon. Have a great day. Bye.